So as you can see, it came out pretty good. I really like the way that this came out, and the electronics weren't too much of a challenge. So let's just hop right into it. So I was just sanding this off in the bathroom, just rinsing it off with wet and dry sandpaper. This one doesn't really need much sanding. But after I did so, I turned off the light. Bruh. That's sick. I didn't even know that the filament did this. I wasn't even shooting for this. That is crazy. So I found the perfect orange for it from AutoZone. They have a lot of like, as far as like varieties for colors, like a lot of like your hot reds. I find that a lot of the reds from there go good with Iron Man suits. They have like a lot of like kind of candy paint and like stuff that really looks good as far as like finish work. Stuff that you see on cars, I think really looks good. It really brings out color. And this is perfect. Doesn't get any better than that. So now as you see, I have the rest of the kit, all the little bulbs, everything like that. Now what I'm thinking about is, because if you actually see the green Goblin bomb, the centerpiece glows green while the bulbs here flash white. So I have pretty much like a basic LED kit. I'm going to try to work that in to the ball and get that to look right. And I have these little mini LED bulbs that I'm going to try to use. I might not use the balls that I printed. I might just put the bulbs straight through the bomb, because I'm pretty sure that they'll fit, and then solder them from there. So one of two options. But as far as aesthetics, as far as this part, I really like it. Okay, so from the paint getting to this part wasn't too difficult with the LEDs. The only thing that I would say as far as the DO3D on this file, fitting the LEDs in this closed ball, yes it is big, but if there was just a way to like help sneak everything out a little bit more clean. Now I can fill everything through the bottom. The bottom I don't plan on showing, it's always going to sit one side, kind of like this. But if there was a way to like, I could have always sliced it, but I really wouldn't have liked it. If there was a way to get this to two pieces so that way you can like fill LEDs in there a little easier, that's the only critique I would say. I got these little bulbs in here, which fit perfectly. I printed them with supports, so I just had to peel the supports off, and then it's just like a little cap that you just squeeze in there. Those didn't really need much glue for or anything like that. They just kind of popped in there, so that was pretty good. Same thing with the cap, everything fits perfectly. I mean, if you wanted to, you can add glue, but everything goes in and comes out pretty easily for me. I still have to add the black around the rim, so just that small detail, and then this is pretty much done. This is gonna sit somewhere special so that way I can still light it up, use it as a light. And I'm gonna come up with, I'll print a couple more of these and just try a couple different LEDs. Now I know I said I did have the like 10mm LEDs to fit in there. I can't find them ever since I moved, so I just put the caps in there, and I had another set of white LEDs to pretty much give it that flashing effect, which was better because then I would have had to solder in this small space, which would have been hard, which is why I said it would be easy or a little bit better if there was a way to get two pieces in one. But besides that, I'm happy with this, very. The color came out perfect. The LEDs went in without a struggle. And pretty much get the full effects. Of course, like with any LEDs, you get different colors, all of that, different effects, different molds. So I've just kind of been playing around with everything.
On your last web, Spider-Man. Had you not been so selfish, your little girlfriend's death would have been quick and painless, but now that you've really pissed me off.
Alright, so again, this file is from DO3D. This is Green Goblin's Pumpkin Bomb. First seen in Spider-Man 1, and then seen in Spider-Man No Way Home. And Spider-Man No Way Home, that cutscene was like super inspirational. I had this file for a while, and like I was telling you guys, I really wanted to try LEDs, so this was definitely the first one that I wanted to try it on because it looks amazing. As far as the colors, the black I hand painted with just a basic acrylic black, but the gold is something that I found at AutoZone. And I found at AutoZone, if you're looking for certain metallics, the Iron Man red, this orange, different kind of metallics, different colors that you see on cars, they really accentuate metallics. So definitely check out AutoZone if you're looking for different kind of colors for metallics, for different prints. I forget the name of the brand. I have to check it out. I'll leave it in the comments for you guys. A couple things about the prints that I do like. One is the texture. So you can see the small rivets. That's really big because you can definitely see that in the movie. So I really like that they did that. This is with PLA Plus. So I think with resin that would have came out a little bit better, a little bit more accentuated. You would have been able to see it a little bit better and had a little bit better feel. But with PLA, I really like the way that it came out. I'm not too mad about that. Now I did mention that I did have some 10mm bulbs, but when I moved, it looks like I lost those. So I did print out the caps. I already had those printed just in case. Those came out pretty easily. I did basic supports on the bottom of them, but they fit in pretty snug. There wasn't too much fight with that. I didn't have to like super glue or anything like that. I probably should, but I'm not going to be taking this anywhere. It's just going to stay on my stand. So the way that it is, everything stays together. I did use transparent filament for the whole model, thinking that I would have to do that for the light to come through, but obviously with the slashes, everything like that, everything comes through pretty easily. The only thing that I wish I did have was the 10mm bulbs. That way I could have put those out there. That way these flash or stay white, just like you see. I do have white LEDs in there, but it's just not as powerful as I would like it. So that's one change that I would do to that. And again, I just didn't have the 10mm bulbs. The other thing that I had an issue with, the only issue that I had with this was fitting the LEDs in there. The LEDs went in there pretty easily. Only thing is this model is a solid. So I can only go one way through either the top hole or the bottom hole. So in order to get wires, as you see, some wires are sticking out. During printing, this right here didn't fully complete, so I was able to stick everything through. But I think that if this model had like a hinge, not like a slice, because obviously I could have sliced this model in half, but I didn't want that because I didn't want like a big line coming across and looking weird and ugly. But if this had like a hinge in the back and it opened, I could use the transparent filament and fit like a transparent ball in there, just a little bit smaller, stuff the green LEDs in there, or the changing LEDs in there, and then put the 10mm bulbs. That way everything's a little bit more separate and it'd be a little bit cleaner for wires. That's the only thing that I would change on this model. Other than that, everything, as you can see, looks spot on to the movie. It was just up to me to put the colors on and just make it look right and get it right with the LEDs. So I've been mentioning LEDs to you guys for a while. This is my first one. Mention electronics as well. I do have another helmet on the way, so stay tuned. I'm looking to add electronics and pretty much make it open and close. And no, it is not Iron Man, because I feel like everybody does that and it's kind of pretty straightforward by now, but this came out amazing. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Definitely. Like I said, I'll leave my affiliate link and the link for this model down in the comments. So just let me know what you think of the model, if you've tried it before, if this model or if this video inspired you. Definitely hit the like button, definitely hit the share button, and always stay tuned by hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification, so that way you know every time that I post. It's 3DB. I'm out.